For all the time that I've been playing Roblox, Creatures of Sonaria probably has one of the largest ranges of different yet polished and unique collectibles that I've ever seen, ranging from mythical dragons and towering mountains to tiny galaxy snakes. The 350 and constantly increasing amount of species that you can unlock from this game multiplies by the week as updates happen almost daily. And on top of all this diversity, Creatures of Sonaria offers yet more collectibles in the form of plushies, palettes, materials, mutations, and tokens, which each have their own bonuses to enhance your experience in-game. With such a huge variety of different items on offer, here are some of the more obscure and unknown collectibles that you probably haven't heard of. Starting off in no particular order, we have the Chaos material. This material was introduced during the plushies, palettes, and material index update, where these items were given their own lists in a similar format to the species you'd normally find within your inventory when visiting the trade realm. During the first few weeks of this update, players could view every plushie, palette, and material that they haven't yet unlocked, including the elusive Chaos material. This material closely resembles that of the Nebula signature look, which can be found and bought in the material shop as a permanent signature look for 200 Robux. But unlike the Nebula material, Chaos is currently unobtainable and was later removed from the index in the following updates. As far as we know, this material is speculated to be either developer exclusive or had been a placeholder for an upcoming signature look, with little to no information on its attainability or reason for inclusion during the index update. The Recode Access token was handed out to all players who bought the Recode Early Access version of Creatures of Sonaria, back when the game had still been in the Legacy version. By using this token, originally, players would be able to unlock the Recode version of Creatures of Sonaria in addition to the Midgeswima species. The value of this token, however, unlike the rising prices of Midgeswima, is expected to be low with an average of 3,000 mushrooms, which was how much I'd bought mine. But even though the value of this token is low, it is difficult to find players and sellers with this unusual token. Glowhead and Shadow Reverse are two of the rarest mutations in Creatures of Sonaria that are exclusively handed out by developers. By helping developers find critical bugs and problems that are difficult to detect, players like Nightmare Pumpkins are rewarded the Glowhead mutation. This mutation is similar to Glowtail, using the same icon as Glowtail, but as the name suggests, affecting the head rather than the tail. Shadow Reverse, on the other hand, is even more elusive than Glowhead, as there is currently no confirmed way of unlocking this mutation. Although, it is theorized by many players around the Discord community that Shadow Reverse, which is also known as the Light mutation, will be a new mutation introduced in the upcoming lore event. But what do you think? Unlocking a single growth mutation such as Glowtail and Shadow is a difficult challenge. But what are the chances of obtaining 2 Glowtails, 2 Shadows, or one of each mutation on a single slot? With double Glowtail and double Shadow mutations no longer being obtainable as these combinations have been patched by the developers, the value for these double growth mutations are scarily high, with some reaching from 30,000 mushrooms to over 200,000 mushrooms in value. The Milo plushie in Creatures of Sonaria has a really unique way of being obtained. Unlike all other cosmetics and species, this plushie cannot be obtained in-game over regular gachas, event shops, or even by trading in the trade realm. But instead, players must purchase a specific user-generated creation, or better known as UGCs, from the Roblox marketplace that is created by Sonar Studios. Some of these items include the Yosog antlers, Minawi head redesign, and Satura's wings. Since this plushie is untradeable, it does not have a set value and can only be obtained with Robux through the catalogue. Examples such as the Valentine's and Christmas tokens are event-exclusive tokens that can only be obtainable during their respective events. These tokens are all tradable with an average value ranging from 500 mushrooms to over 1,000 mushrooms depending on which event it is from. However, it is pretty rare to find sellers for these tokens, as most players use these tokens during their events, but they are still a fun commodity to include in your collection if you're a completionist in all categories. Even though these tokens are a permanent unlockable in the game store, I hadn't known these existed until about 3 months into playing Creatures of Sonaria. By visiting the tokens shop, you are able to purchase one of the 3 natural disaster tokens, which includes the volcanic eruption, blood moon, and violent storm tokens, each changing the weather to a unique disaster within the Sonarian map for all players in the same server as you. This token has a value of roughly 4,000 mushrooms and can be pretty chaotic but fun to use for annoying your friends. This token was particularly useful during the Disasters event for completing missions to unlock some of the event-exclusive species, but has a pretty high cost of 15 tickets per token. There is also a random weather token available in the token shop, which changes the weather to a mild rain or snowstorm depending on the season within the game, and having a much cheaper cost of only 5 tickets. If you have already seen the glittering star mutation video I made a couple weeks back, then you'll understand the general idea of what this mutation and plushie is about. However, since there have been a few updates on the glittering star mutation, I figured why not update you guys on the situation with a small overview. For those who are completely unaware of what these collectibles are, the glittering star plushie is a content creator exclusive plushie that was created by the developers as a sort of compensation and added incentive for new content creators to join the program. However, with the inclusion of this plushie/mutation reward, there has been a reduction with the area stipend from 20 per month to now 5 per month. The developers had stated that they believed the increasing number of content creators, and therefore, area stock had lowered this role limited species value to a mere 3,000 mushrooms and feared it would continue decreasing if nothing were to be done. But less about the old news, and on to the new updates. The icon for this plushie has finally been revealed over the Content Creator Announcement channel. I personally really enjoy the black and yellow color palette of this plushie and its resemblance to a star which reflects the name pretty well. But what do you guys think? Additionally, the designs, materials and colors for the glittering star mutation has also been confirmed through a vote poll from these 5 choices, with option A being the most popular choice out of the 5. Although these mutations and plushies have not yet been released, it is expected to drop fairly soon. And there you have it. Some of the more obscure collectibles on offer in Creatures of Sonaria are pretty unique on their own and could be a cool new addition for your completionist inventory. So, how many of these items that I've mentioned did you already know about? What do you think about these plushies, palettes, tokens, and mutations? If you have more information regarding these items that I haven't yet covered, or just want to share your thoughts on the matter, feel free to leave your comments below. That's it from me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.